So let's switch directions because you talk about brand deals, right? And I'm pretty familiar with
Mhm.
brand deals because I get myself some brand deals also too, right? Sometimes all you got to do is ask.
Nice.
Sometimes you just got to ask. Not every brand deal I really advertise. Well, I advertise it in a way where it's like could be a story post and that's money coming in the back end.
Yeah.
Could be an Instagram post. Even with podcasting, even some of the ads that I've been running, and they pay a pretty penny, not gonna lie. But brand deals, you talked about selecting the right brand deal. I really want to get into like the business entrepreneurship side of content creation. Speak to the up and coming content creators because you built your brand. We've seen it. The metrics are there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I can verify that also too. Speak to the up and coming content creators, the importance of brand equity as far as these partnerships and conglomerates working with you.
One of the things that, I have to talk to other content creators. When it comes to brand deals, you have to understand your worth. In the beginning, you may not see the brand deals. They may not come. But once they start coming, you need to understand your worth. Like when I was, I had like what 150,000 followers on TikTok, and I didn't have one brand deal. So, and I kept, watching I kept watching YouTube videos and and Googling shit like where's the brand deals? Because I'm not finding them. Like I keep hearing these stories of people with like 30,000 followers and they're making like $10,000-$20,000 a month off brand deals. Like shit, I ain't made $1. So don't get discouraged. And then, and then I got desperate. Then I started reaching out to brands, trying to get brand deals. That's always a bad idea, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because if you're reaching out to a brand to possibly get a deal, where's your leverage? Like what leverage do you have? You're reaching out to them because you want to work with them. Nah, I'ma just do me, grow my channel, grow my brand, and then the brand deals will come. So, when you hit me up in my email and you want a deal, my price is my price. And I'll turn down some deals. I turn down some deals for like like 1,000 something, 2,000. Like, no, my, and then my price is my price. There was a company. I'll say their name. I don't care. Uh, Paradox Customs, PC company. We was negotiating, and then they tried to tell me that hey, we'll give you an affiliate link, and then you'll sell it to your community, and then once you get $50,000 in sales, then we'll give you a free PC. I'm just like, how about affiliate deal? I'll go back to making content, and I'm gonna do me. But the next time, because you tried me like that, the next time you come in my inbox, the price gonna double because you had a chance. So like, I'm not cocky. I'm not arrogant. I'm just not. I would much rather do nothing than do something for a little bit of money, because at the end of the day, I was doing 18 to 21 hours a day trying to make this shit work. I'll be damned if you offer me $250 for a deal. I'll be damned if you want to send me some free shit and I just do a video on a platform that I spend 18 to 21 hours a day fucking grow. Like, I look like. But some people don't understand that. And your time will come. I'll just say that your time will come. Just continue growing your brand. Your time will come and people will respect it, because, I don't have deals with, 5-Hour Energy because I was out there reaching out to them. I was worried about me. I don't have a deal with DraftKings because I was out there looking for them. I was worried about me. I'm always worried about me. I'm always thinking, how can I grow? And then the brand deals just keep coming in. Now, like in the beginning, I was making all my money off of, views. Now, my bills are getting paid off of brand deals. It switched. So now it gives me time to focus more on content because I don't have to worry about, damn, well, if I don't get a certain amount of views, I ain't paying rent this month. So it definitely helps. And I'll just tell anybody out there, if you're searching for brand deals, be patient. They will come, and know your worth. I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna look in the camera when I tell you this. I've told a brand my price, and they said okay. And when I tell them my price and they say okay, you know what that means? Think about that. If I tell you a price and you say okay, because they should have came back and said, well, how about we do it for this price? If you say yes to the first price and I thought the first price was high, because I should have went even higher. Just something to think about.
Woo, man. Now I'm a cook, because the thing is, a lot of people, I see content creators that I personally know, right? And this is going to go into our next other segment, but a lot of people don't understand their brand and they don't understand their value. And they look at the numbers. Micro influencers, I want to start there just real quick. You can have, say, 1,000 people, and micro influencers, I'll tell people this, you have leverage. You have a lot of leverage because they're not looking at those big accounts anymore. Like, when I tell you about the big accounts, I'm talking about like the who's who of influencer route. They rather work with people like us because we're more relatable, is one. Two, we have another energy gear as far as how relatable we can be with on camera. When I saw the DraftKings deal from you, I didn't too much. I said to myself, I was like, the DraftKings. I said, yo, it wasn't the 5-hour energy, but I said, this guy got DraftKings and he's a gamer? I said, he understands his metrics. He understands his leverage. So with all that saying, brands will come to you. I'll add this little part because there's some brands that will send you stuff to advertise. I think that's dope because you know what that is? That's free merch. I can wear it. It looks cool. You post it. You know what? They reshare it. You don't know what comes from that. You don't like that? You don't do that?
I ain't taking that shit.
Really? Why is that?
Because you know why? Because I spent 18 to 21 hours a day grinding. I don't want no free shit. I want fee shit. So give me something and pay me for it as well. I'm not doing shit for free.
You don't like the free? Like, you don't like that? You don't do that? Really?
No. Let me tell you why. If you do something, the more free shit you do, the more free shit you get. I'm good. The more fee shit you do, the more fee shit you get.
You see how I set that up, though?
FEE.
You see how I set that up, though? Yeah. I set that up on purpose. I'm a smart dude in this game, right? I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I'll be honest. I've taken free and I've taken feed stuff, right? The free stuff, it depends. It really depends. It depends on what it is, because a lot of it, when they send you, it's like, so for instance, I was doing the charity boxing, right? Everybody knows it's done, gone. Yes, I lost. It is what it is. I know people are just like, did you win? Did you lose? Whatever. Don't worry about it. There might be a rematch down the road. I don't know. We'll see, But the one brand I reached out to is because I know the cutting edge technology that they have. It's Yami Boxing. And I was going to basically say, hey, like, listen, I don't see any shoes on the thing. I'm good to pay for them. They said, we got you. Sent me the freaking boots. The dopest things ever. And now we're in the back end of the channels having conversations. Whatever that becomes, you have to wait and see. Maybe I have to do some traveling. We'll see. I'm not trying to go down to Australia and get eaten by any prehistoric creatures. That's the only thing. So if I end up going down to Australia, we'll see what ends up happening. You know what I mean? But there's some things that are going to be, I'm looking to really, really work with, because I see who they're working with. It goes hand in hand with the podcast. So you just never know what might happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's opportunities in it. I see what you're saying with that. There are opportunities when it comes to free shit. Like, you're gonna have to give me something that I really want. I'm talking like, if you're gonna give me a Tesla, cool. I'm not gonna be like, oh, nah, I need a price with it. Nah, I'm gonna take the Tesla. You want to give me a PC? Yeah, I'll take the PC, but it got to be a PC that's worth about my rate.
Mm.
Because if I don't need the PC, I'm gonna sell it. I'll do the video, and then I know it's of value. But I'm not finna do no free shit for no $100 product. Like, I'll just buy it. I'll buy it with the money that you give me. But you gonna give me some money, and and this is and like I get those emails all the time where people just try to offer me free stuff. Like, well, hey, we'll do this if in return we'll do a video. No, it's not in return. Like you trying to what's the word? You honey dicking me. You trying to make me the email all these emails start off the same. Hey, we've been following your content. We love what you do. We would love to have you try out this. How about this? Give me your address and I'll send it to you free of charge. All we ask is that you just do a review. Like, so see, that's the honey dick. You told me how much you like me. You told me what you like about it. You want to send me something, just give me your address. And then you slide at the very end, but in the end, just do a video. No. 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 And I'm adamant on saying no, because if you send this same message to, Kevin Hart, he ain't finna do no video in return.
You might not even get a response.
Like, you that's what I'm saying. It's like they're doing that to the people that are, who just want some free shit. Like, yeah, you get free shit as a content creator, but like, I don't really care to get anything free. Like, this is a business at the end of the day. And a lot of people don't realize that in this content creation space. And that's one thing that I'm blessed to realize. And I didn't realize it until I had a conversation with another. I'm not gonna say his name, but there's a content creator out there that I think who got me into brand deal and showed me how to land them. He showed me and he had a talk with me, and our accounts were similar. Where maybe he probably got me by, at that time he had probably maybe like 30,000-40,000 more followers than me at the time. But he had a conversation to me and he told me how much money he was making, how much money he made that month, and I was just like, and then he gave me the sauce. He told me what to do, and ever since then, I've been landing brand deals every single month that amounts to the money that to more money than what I was making just on my views alone. So then I'm blessed that I had that conversation with him, because if I didn't, I would not know, because all the content creators that I know, they ain't know none of this shit. We just grinding videos and trying to get views. We don't know nothing about this shit. But I owe him, because he changed my life with that shit. I don't think I would have got these type of deals if I never had that conversation with him. And one thing you got to realize when it comes to these brand deals is that they have a budget, bro. They got a budget. They got a budget, and one of the things that I'm so happy that I worked for Comcast is because I kind of understood what they taught me something. Working for Comcast taught me something that I apply now to my content creation. I was a salesman. It's something called top-down sales. I used to, I could take the same phone call or same different interaction, two different people. They'll both buy the exact same thing, but none of them are paying the same thing. One might be paying $160, the other one might be paying $80. It's top-down sales. When somebody hits you up, you tell them your price. You have what you're looking for, and then you have the minimum that you would take. Never start with the minimum price that you would take. You tell them your price, and if they say no, cool. Now, if I ain't had a brand deal in about a week or so, I might take a little less. But if I just land a big deal, you come at me for like, oh man, we got $2,000 for you. I'm good. Can we make it 4? If we're not gonna make it 4, oh well, all right. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I am good. I don't need that right now. I'm good.
It pays to what you just
But if
talked
I ain't
about.
had a
Yeah. It pays to what you just talked about with networking. And that's something I really wanted to hit because I see it a lot. I've been doing this for 7, I'll be honest. And you see that you get in conversations with a guest, somebody that's in your own space. This world's pretty tiny, and I'll tell any content creator that is, this world's very tiny, especially if you know how to navigate in this world. Like, you could collaborate with one person and that could open up a door to 3 other people that you are all in the same, right? You got me cussing on my show now, but it's all good. But with that said, right, is that there's the good sides to networking and then there's the bad sides to networking. I'm not going to talk about the good sides just yet. Just get your pen and paper. The bad side is how some people try to get in contact with you just to basically see what you got going on, ride on your coattails. They take what it is they've got and then they leave, right? That's bad business. Don't deal with those people. Step 2, when you're dealing with yourself and your brand, make sure you just evaluate by a month, 3 months, 6 months, right? Understand your timeline in this space because it can be very long and it can be very short, right? Because there's always going to be somebody coming up. There's always going to be somebody coming right behind you. That's why you got to stay showing up every single day. That's why I appreciate somebody like you. You show up every single day. Every time I open up TikTok or I open up Instagram, I see his videos. I say, yo, he doing well. Till now where we have a digital conversation on iMessage, on our iPhones. You see what I'm saying? Where it's checking in. That's love. That's appreciation. That's networking. That's building value and giving value at the same time. But then you have some people that don't want to give you any value. They just look at you and they're like, okay, he did that video. Well, what camera did you use? What app are you using to create the content? Can you help me with this? Wait, but what are you giving back? Because I'm not going to give you the sauce if all you're going to do is just take and not give me something back. And it's not like an eye for an eye, but it's just like, what are we doing here? You get what I mean? This is the reason why, like, let me just drop this. I'm going to drop this nuclear warhead and I'm going to let you cook. LinkedIn is actually one of the most dangerous social media platforms that you can use. And I'm going to tell you the reason why it's dangerous. Work with one entrepreneur. You'll have a whole bunch of different brands be watching your stuff. Showing up in search results here, showing up in search results there. It's kind of dangerous and it's kind of scary. That's why I say is you have to protect every single investment, including your own. Back to you, iGaming Watch.
Okay. You said something there that I have to touch on. I'm going to say this, and I don't mean no disrespect to anybody out there. We as content creators, no matter how big you get, we see every single DM. Every single one of them. We at least glance at it. When you are asking a content creator for advice, guidance, especially when someone hits me up and they ask me, yo, how do I do this? What are you doing? What are you using? What camera do you use? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your page. Delete. And the reason for that is not because I'm being nasty. It's because if I spend 15 to 20 minutes writing out this message, trying to give you the sauce, you're probably not going to do anything with it because you haven't even done anything already. It's different if someone hits me up in my inbox and they got, maybe 10,000 followers, maybe not even the followers, but if I see that they have constant content up, you know what? I'll respond to them. This is what I recommend. This is what I would do. because I at least see you're trying. You are trying to, if you're not trying, what that tells me is that you're trying to shortcut the process that you absolutely need to be successful. You cannot expect to be a content creator full time on your first fucking video. It's not likely. It's not going to happen. Like when you reached out to me on my comments, I looked at your page and I saw that you was working. This is why we are working. Like, if you are not like, I hate to do this, but it's one of my followers hit me up in my inbox. Well, he kept coming to my stream, kept asking me about his podcast. Yo, I want to do this podcast. Can you do my podcast with me? And I was like, all right. I told him on my live, DM me. We'll talk. Because he kept coming in there. He was gifting. He was doing little things like that. I was like, all right, cool, fine. You acknowledge me, I'll acknowledge you. And I finally reached out on the Discord. I accepted his friend request. We started typing. I was like, okay, so what's the deal with the podcast? And you know what he told me? Oh man, I have a great idea. I feel like, we can just sit down and we can just chit chat. We could just start this podcast together and do this. And I'm like, bro, what you're doing right now is weed talk. When you sit down with your homeboys and you just hit the weed and be like, oh man, I got a great idea. We can do this. Like, why would you come at a content creator who does this full time, who takes this 100% serious and trying to grow, to think that you have no content, you've done nothing, and you got an idea to just do a podcast with me, bro? I don't even know if you have I don't know if you have a microphone. I don't know, like, if you're, presentable on camera. I don't know if you're shy on camera. But you in his mind, he literally expected me to just be okay with starting something from the ground up with him, and he hasn't done anything. Like, that's like that. I had to, respectfully call him out about that. And a lot of people are like that. Like, you cannot expect Kevin Hart to work with you if you want to be an actor and you ain't acting in shit. Like, I'm not even that big yet, bro. But like, if you want to stream and you want to co-stream with me and you don't have any streams, like, the likelihood of me co-streaming with you is not there. Like, if you hit Kai up and be like, hey, I want to be on your show, and you have nothing to show for, you're gonna be like, hell no. I got a better chance of hitting Kai up in the DM and possibly getting on a show with him or doing something, like, because he can go and see that I got 160 videos in a year. I got this type of following. I'm doing something for myself. Like, people appreciate people who do something for themselves. You can't just expect to jump in somebody's DM and expect that they're going to take you to the promised land. It don't work like that. You know how many friends that I have that I co-stream with, and I'll be on stream with, I'll make content with them, and I'll post it. They don't get 3, even if I tag them. Because you know what's going to happen? If the video goes viral, they'll go look at his page and they'll see 2 videos. What's the incentive of following somebody with 2 videos? There's no incentive for that. You have to grind. True. And people don't understand that you have to grind. Like, I'm not jumping in. I don't jump in DMs like, oh, yo, can we do this? I ain't jumping in nobody DMs, period. I've jumped in one person DM and they didn't even respond. So it's just like, at that point, I was like, you know what? I'll just do mean to you in my DM. But that's the mindset that I have. Some people don't have that mindset, man.
Well, let's cook, because you said some stuff, and this is for the podcasters that are up and coming, established content creators. I speak to every single one of y'all. I will say this. There's people that will try to get in contact with you because they see you applying some. right? And I talk about applying pressure, I'm talking about full court, Kawhi Leonard, big hands, reach type of pressure in this space. And it doesn't matter if you have one follower, one subscriber, thousands, millions, whatever. It's not always about the numbers, but it's about the effort that you're
It's
putting
not.
in, right? It's about the effort
Exactly.
because the numbers will come. And, I see some people in my city, right, that want to collaborate or you reach out, they have a business. And I have a belief now where I'm spinning back into the city and I want to deal with some entrepreneurs before I go back on the next mission that I'm going on. They look at your content, they look at your page, they see your tonality, see your vernacular, they see how you ask questions, you throw a lot of curveballs. They don't want to work with you. That's cool. But they're the same dudes that are watching you in your DM. And I sit back and I laugh. But then when I start trickling and I start crossing you up like AI and I start pulling up like Steph Curry from three, it's then going to be like, yo, bro, can we work together? Nope, no, it's done. It's over. Once you tell me no, it's done. It's over. Because I'm not going to go back in the past and take you and say, hey, listen, let's create the content. Why? Because now I know that you're not doing it for the right reasons. You see what I'm saying? And that's just any mission I'm going to tell people. It's not like it's like you reach out to a person, they say to you, hey, right now it's not going to work because my schedule is this busy. That I can understand. And I've had that happen to many, many different times. And then you know what ends up happening? We actually create even more better content at the end of the day because there was a time lapse that I had to go over. I'm busy. That person's busy. When we meet, it's like a collision course and it's the best of both worlds. You see what I'm saying? Stop
Facts.
entertaining people that are not really good for the business. Stop entertaining people that you know that just want to ride on your coattails, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work for you in the long run. And all they're going to do is just use and abuse you to think, hey, I can shortcut through iGame You Watch's network. Or, hey, I can shortcut through Rory's network. And guess what? I'm there on top and I leapfrog them. Good luck. Last time I played Frogger, when you get hit by a vehicle, what happens? You start back at the beginning. That's what we're doing right now. You see what I'm saying? And if you have questions and you want to know what's going on, I'm done giving out free information for the rest of 2023. See, 2024 comes, 1201. There's going to be something that if you want Q&A, you have about 15 minutes of my time. After those 15 minutes, you're going to have to book another consultation. We getting in the consultation business back again, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you're going to learn.
Facts.
That's how you're going to learn because this is what it all comes down to. You can give free value to any man, woman, or child. But at the end of the day is what are you pouring back into the brand? And that's the thing what people don't want to do. They don't want to pour back. They just want to take. Like it's a buffet. We don't do buffets over here. You pay money, price of admission. Back to you, iGame You Watch.
Facts. I'll say this. When it comes to it's going to be very hard to use me. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to be very hard to use me. If you're not paying me money, you're not going to use me. And on top of that, if I can't work with you, you're not going to use me. I don't waste 1 second talking to nobody if they do not have something going on for themselves. If you can't show me that you're serious about anything, why would you be serious about what I got going on?